Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, canal. Ánimo.
All right, Canelo Alvarez says in a shocker, he's picking Oscar Valdez to beat Shakur Stevenson. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. And I say shocker with a lot of sarcasm. So also Shakur Stevenson said Valdez power might be overrated. Now, in the beginning, I really thought he wasn't taking this fight serious at all. Because he looked like he was just looking through Oscar Valdez, like he didn't respect him. I know one thing people say, well, Oscar Valdez didn't want this fight, and that's one thing. But there's been plenty of times throughout history where guys, it's depicted that they didn't want to fight, and they come in there and they perform good, and they uh, a lot of times they win. A lot of times they come in there and they win. So just because the guy don't seem like he wants to fight, if anything, if anything, that make them way more dangerous because you're more focused, you're more aware. Mike Tyson said that like fear kept him on his P's and Q's, fear of losing, whatever, and afraid and fear. A lot of times don't go isn't synonymous with this isn't synonymous with boxing. People say, well, he ain't scared of him, he ain't afraid of him. That's bullshit. They ain't androids. They ain't no damn androids. These dudes are humans too. They are fucking afraid. People say, well, they might be afraid of losing, or dudes are afraid of taking ass whooping. You think people that stepped in when Mike Tyson wasn't scared to get their ass whooped? You crazy. Shit, Michael Spinks was back in that whole crying. And Michael Spinks one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time, but he went through and walked the plank. It is what it is. Sometimes as men, we gotta do things that we wouldn't want to do. But Canelo picking Oscar Valdez to beat Shakur Stevenson on April 30th. It says Canelo is picking Oscar Valdez to come out victorious in his 130-pound unification fight at the end of the month against Shakur Stevenson on April 30th. Canelo says, Canelo Valdez 30-0, 23 KOs. People tend to forget he is unbeaten. It's hard to take somebody's off. Will beat WO Super Featherweight Champion Shakur Stevenson 17-0 and 9 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? With experience that he has on his side, their fight on ESPN and Jim Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Valdez 31 has been in the pro ranks for a decade, since 2012, compared to 24-year-old Shakur, who turned professional in 2017. So it's a 5-year gap there. Experience advantage for Oscar Valdez would mean something if Shakur wasn't such an exceptional athlete, and if the Mexican fighter, this is my opinion, coming off a controversial 12-round decision over Roberson Castillo, whatever, last September. In this case, Valdez's experience might not be enough for him to defeat Stevenson because of his last performance, coupled with the fact that he's facing a defensive artist in his prime. I don't even know if Shakur hit his prime yet. Canelo's Canelo says Valdez will beat Stevenson. Quote, it's going to be a complicated fight. I believe Oscar will come out with victory since he has more experience, said Canelo Alvarez to Aki TV, and predicting a victory over Oscar Valdez over Shakur Stevenson April 30th. All right, so that's all he said. Anytime somebody say, well, it's going to be complicated, and they give us vague answer like, oh, with experience, okay, maybe he don't want to give away the game plan, but Valdez is an explosive athlete in his wrong right. So I said before, you got to work on cutting that ring off, you know, and making Shakur Stevenson fight off the ropes, making him fight out the corners, dragging him to a dog fight. You know, I just don't think you going in there and you're gonna just work the body, and the body gonna be enough to slow him down, because when you're dealing with somebody that's a sharp, all around good boxer technician, they take that shit away. You say, I'm going to go to the body, and they start countering you. Every time you go to the body, you exchanging a body shot for a headshot, and you start getting cut or whatever, and you don't put enough, take enough air out the tires, you're in trouble. Straight up and down, you're in trouble. So, like I said before, experience count for something though. But sometimes, like I said, he only got 30-something fights. Shakur Stevenson over that with 20 already. So, then at 130 he beat Miguel Burchett, but then again, Burchett just had another bad performance. It was said that he had got COVID right, before they fought too. So he was just recovering from COVID. There's a rumor out there about that. So I mean, like I said before, it's been a few bad performances for him. A lot of people thought it was the weight, the broken jaw versus Scott Quigg, but like I said before, he got the talent. And he's still, kind of, trying to like really figure out what's going on between him and Eddie Reynoso. They're really starting to hit their stride, but I'm not sure they in their prime together. So, I mean, it says camp is going great. Camp is always going great. I put the work in. I perform at a high level. I will do the same. April 30th, says Shakur Stevenson, the Fight Hub TV about unification with Oscar Valdez. You, quote, you want to step it up, but you stick with what's been working for your whole career. I feel like I've been doing what I've been doing is working. I'm undefeated and I'm putting great performances when I fight. Quote, I'm going to do the same thing that I usually do and pump and up it a little bit more. I feel like every single fighter gets me up. Anytime you fight, you got to put your life on the line. Continue quote. He said, I go in there. I go in there with the same mindset. You take everybody seriously. You can't sleep on nobody. This is just another fight for me. It's a big fight, but I look at it like it's the same thing for all my other fights. Quote, I had to go in there and perform. I don't look at the crowd. I just think of it as sparring. I'm in the gym boxing and doing. I'm focused and dialed in on the fight. So yeah, I've been seeing like some more of his interviews when Fight was there. It seemed like the focus is really, really it seemed like the focus is really starting to ramp up for him. Right? It seemed like he really, it seemed like he really, you can just tell kind of he really locked in and all that smiling, before kind of like really before he probably got in the camp for real, kind of looking through Oscar Valdez. I think that shit out the window. Honestly, I think all that shit out the window. If we being 100% honest, I think all that's out the window, bro. So, um, and now I do think, he really starting to lock in, and he's really understanding the seriousness. Because Valdez gonna lock in for sure. It don't even, ain't no two ways around it. He gonna lock in because he don't want to get embarrassed. He at least want to put on a good performance, but his last few performances is just like, you know what I'm saying? You know, the Valdez was a great. I mean, the Burchett was a great performance, but at the end of the day, bro, if he really was sick, and he really was out his prime, in which we seen versus and what we seen versus his last fight versus Jeremiah Nikitana, whatever his name is, African cat, who dogged him. Like I said before, he never was that good to begin with, then that really don't have no bearing. But one thing about boxing is styles that make fights, and Shakur Stevenson fights nothing like front foot, no defense. Miguel Burchett. Miguel Burchett is all front foot, all power. That's exactly what he is. You know, that's what you get when you look at him. All front foot, all power. So, this is gonna be something different. Then if Shakur hit a little bit harder than he think he hit, it's gonna be a ton of trouble. But let's keep going on. Shakur might wink at Canelo. He said, I might. We'll see. Stevenson when asked if he'll give winks to Canelo. I was laughing at Bud at my last fight because I knew what was going to happen. I had told him what's going to happen, so I kind of let him know in the ring. He said, "Continue, I will not make any mistakes paying attention to anything else besides Oscar Valdez. I haven't really talked to him too much about this fight," said Stevenson when asked what he told Crawford about the Valdez fight. I already told him I'm going to go do to Valdez. Said what I'm going to do to Valdez, and everybody's going to see. I'm going to do it on April 30th. Y'all got to pay attention and see. Shakur when asked what he plans on doing to Valdez. Cole, I think the most challenging thing is he don't take no for an answer, said Stevenson about Valdez. He don't got no quitting him. He's gonna keep trying throughout the night. And I think that's the biggest challenge in this fight. Skill wise, I feel like I'm way better than him, sharper than him, bigger than him, and probably stronger than him. People don't realize that, but they'll see come April 30th. Says Stevenson, secure, not sold on Valdez power. Quote, he looked like a big puncher, but you don't know until you get in the ring and face them, said Stevenson. There has been some people that I get in the ring with, and I think it's a big puncher, but then you realize they're not as strong as what you thought. He might be a big puncher, but we'll see on April 30th. Valdez does punch with excellent power, but Stevenson has been with big punches before. Jeremiah, like whatever his name is, no offense to him. But, and he hurt, basically Stevenson said he hurt his ass. Said, quote, I just feel like I'm the bigger, stronger, faster, better. April 30th, everybody's going to see, said Stevenson, about his belief that he's better than Valdez at many levels. I'm willing to fight anybody. I'm not ducking or dodging anybody. I'm willing to fight whoever, said Shakur will next. If you're interested in fighting Devin Haney, if you defend George Gamboa, become disputed champion at lightweight. Quote, I would think that he'll go up to 140 after that. Then I'll be going to 35, so we'll see what happens in the future. But if it happens, definitely down. It sounds like me and Lomachenko are going to have to square up sooner than later. With the way it looks, both of us are signed the top ranking. It's a big fight. We're close to the same weight. We have to meet down the line. It's going to happen for sure. You got to respect it. Said Shakur when asked about his thoughts on Lomachenko staying in Ukraine and fighting against the Russian invasion. Lomachenko is a great human being outside of boxing. What he's doing is definitely great. I respect it. Tune in on April 30th, and the superstar is going to be born. I'm definitely going to put on an amazing performance and feeling great, said Stevenson about his fight against Valdez. And I say this, bro. One thing Valdez got to know: if he able to chip Shakur Stevenson's confidence, that's the best thing that he can do other than hurt him or knock him the fuck out. Because them dudes, they got high confidence, bro, and they're very, very confident. Um, no, one thing about those guys is that once you create a chip in their confidence, you know, then it's just pretty much a shatter to come after that. So he's very, very confident about how he going. And so if you can create some confusion or a little bit of doubt, that'll be great too. But like I said before, unification fights are meant to you meant to work for them, bro. That's the honest truth. You meant to work for them. So I don't think it's gonna be easy, but yeah, Shakur Stevenson don't put on a great performance, and it's another snoozer. A superstar will not be born. People want to see um great performances. People want to see knockouts or one side or classic fights or total beatdown. All that hit and get hit shit that only worked for Floyd because he had a special mouthpiece. Shakur talks shit, but nobody talks shit in this era like Floyd. Other than like Conor McGregor, Tyson Fury, but still I don't think they was really in Floyd's prime and talking shit. So, like I said, for Oscar Valdez, bro, I mean, can't cut no corners. He need to watch film, see what he don't do well. You already know if he get hit, he gonna go into safe mode. So, like I said before, if you hit him with a good shot, he going to safe mode. So, like I said before, you mean cutting off the ring, making the ring into four corners, literally, not letting him use the ring. When you cut off the ring, sometimes you got to take a chance getting hit too. That's why people say, why people follow him? Why you follow him around the ring? Sometimes you take a chance of getting hit. But you got to be able to have defense. Secure got feints, and he like Devin Haney kind of remind me of a reckless fast. He's a reckless explosively. Super duper hand speed. Good foot speed, and he able to do shit that he can get away with because his athleticism. Secure don't do that. Secure fight more within himself. His speed is like Devin's speed is like just like super lasers and shooting stars everywhere. Secure strike like lightning. It's just a burst. Kind of more, he mimicked more Money Mayweather, And Devin kind of throwing a lot of punches and combinations like the pretty boy Mayweather, not, kind of like that. But I said before, it's gonna be a good fight, and he definitely gonna have his answer about Valdez's power. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Hit the Boxing News playlist for more videos like this. Fight is on April 30th, free on ESPN, live here in Jim Grand Garden in Las Vegas. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor. You also can find my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App on the link tree link in the description. Financially, Cash App is $$ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. All that's in the link tree. Other than that, man, best way to donate, comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Check the Boxing News playlist out. Peace.